All right, music fans and others, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking about real stuff in real time for a few real people, just like you and just like me. Well, it's another week, and there's another unexplained celebrity passing, celebrity death. Um, and I'm actually not looking for these. I'm not soliciting. I'm not asking, please send me more of these so I can report on them. I'm actually trying to kind of sort of stick my head in the sand a little bit because it just keeps happening. Clifton Oliver. Who is Clifton Oliver? Well, let me get into this. Now, if you Google Clifton Oliver, cause of death, he was a Broadway actor. He's dead at age 47. All right, 47. The entertainment world mourns the loss of a gifted individual, Clifton Oliver, who touched the hearts of many with his exceptional talents. Clifton Oliver passed away after battling an unknown illness. And his family and supporters are coming together to celebrate the life and legacy of this extraordinary artist. Okay. So full stop on the phrase unknown illness. Is it because doctors didn't know what it was? Or is it because people don't want to say what it is? I mean, the wording in these articles, and it keeps happening over and over again. It's an unknown thing, and the family wants privacy. I get that. In our past, as a race of people, as the human race, oftentimes when someone passes away, say of cancer, they died after a long battle with cancer, right? And so people go, oh, we need to raise awareness about cancer. We need to do research to cure cancer. We need treatments for cancer. Same thing with heart disease. Same thing with diabetes. Same thing with Alzheimer's, all right? All of these things that are out there. You hear that somebody has one of these illnesses and you say to yourself, okay, maybe if it's heart disease, maybe I ought to eat better. If it's cancer, what's going on with the food and the air and the water and toxicity all over the place? And are there ways to prevent cancer? Are there foods to eat maybe to reduce your risk of cancer? I mean, it's almost like, okay, this is happening, but we're not going to tell you how to prevent this in the future. It's just going to keep happening because we can't, for some strange reason, we can't disclose what this is. All right? Very bizarre. And it keeps happening. And then here comes the next subheading. Clifton Oliver, cause of death, an illness kept private. Okay. Clifton Oliver's passing occurred on Wednesday after spending significant time in hospice care due to an undisclosed illness. His sister, Roxy Hall, shared that he endured six painful weeks under critical care before peacefully passing away with loved ones by his side. While the specific disease remains unnamed, it is evident that Oliver's battle was a challenging one. His partner, provided comfort and solace by singing to him in his final moments. Roxy expressed grief and relief knowing her brother was now resting. In honor of Clifton Oliver's memory, New York's Amsterdam Theater will dim its lights at 5 p.m. on August 8th, paying tribute to his immense impact on the theater community. Okay, a dazzling career and legacy. So it goes on to talk about his hard work and talent made him an extraordinary actor, leaving an unparalleled legacy behind. Oliver's debut in Wicked in 2010 introduced audiences to his captivating performances. He later played a vital role in the musical In the Heights alongside Jordan Sparks. However, his portrayal of Simba in The Lion King made history and left audiences in awe of his unique dialogue, delivery, and stellar confidence. Throughout his career, Oliver showcased his talents in various productions, including Bella, An American Tall Tale, Miracle Brothers, Dreamgirls, and Motown the Musical. So a slight music connection there. Typically Broadway, there's obviously a music element to it. Again, Clifton Oliver, 47 years old, and they just won't say what. And this keeps happening over and over again. I get the privacy. Leave him alone. Did his behavior create his problem, whatever his behavior was? Did he do something that caused his illness? We don't know. And there's no point in speculating. But the problem I have with all of this is it seems to have ramped up since 2020. Now, someone will come along and do a video just debunking all of what I'm saying. Like, oh, this guy's paranoid. He's crazy. He's got a political agenda. You know what my political agenda is? Here it is. The people don't die unnecessarily. That's my political agenda. It's not left or right, or it's not political. What it is humanity is losing its mind because, since 2020, we can't have conversations. We can't have meaningful, important conversations about real issues. But if you want to talk about, cats falling off of tables, and you want to take pictures of fluffy bunnies running around in your backyard, oh yeah, 100,000 views on that. Yeah, great work. I mean, that's probably what I should do at this point. I mean, people say, don't give up, Dave. You're a truth teller. 800 views on a video. I'm the truth teller. Some guy with some weird thing happening in his backyard, or, his kids make funny faces and he posts it online. And because you know what, people, here's very important information here. People don't want to know. They don't want to know what's happening because there are several reasons. Number one, they went along with it and everything's fine and shut up. All right. Number two, maybe they suspect something is wrong. But they're still not going to admit to that, because then they would have to admit that they yelled and screamed at all these people who came along and said, maybe we don't do this. Maybe we wait. Maybe there's something else that we can do, which there obviously was something else. Now, if this isn't related to the thing that happened in 2020, 2021, which I believe is still happening out there, because again, I'm not soliciting these news stories. They just 47. Okay, we had the bluegrass musician, 39 years old. He passed. He just passed. It's just nothing to see here. And I just keep seeing this. I want it to stop. Look, I don't want all death apparently is not going to stop, right? But I'd like to see somebody dying at age 90 after living a long, healthy, and productive life, die in your sleep, and it was just your time. That I can buy into that. But we are riddled with illnesses. Even if this isn't what it could be, what I think it might be, we are riddled with very sad endings and very premature endings. And people are just very nonchalant. Okay, it was his time. Now, people are obviously grieving. Nobody here in any of this, though, is saying 47. Wow, that's very young. What happened at 47? Well, 6 weeks he battled something, which isn't a very long time. So something happened, and then sounds like it was debilitating, and then he was in hospice care, and then he was gone. So that doesn't really match a lot of typical things that happen that abruptly. I mean, typically something just kind of, if it's an illness, it will creep up and then it will get more intense. And then eventually, if you're battling it, you eventually lose your battle. And it just keeps happening. So what do? You just shrug and just move on, right? So people apparently want me to continue looking into these things. And again, I'm not going to search them out, but again, if somebody like somebody's part of our Patreon community, they've got a link to something, I'll look at it. I mean, I'd rather talk about, which musician is retiring, because that's really exciting. Which band is on their way out because they're old and they can't do what they used to do, and everybody is sad and nostalgic and thinks they should just keep going even though they suck. I'm just being honest here. A lot of people will ask me, what do you think of this band? Yeah, they were great in their prime. Not so much right now. I'd rather go see a tribute band, That's where I'm at with all of this stuff. And this is because we don't have a follow-up to all the great music. That kind of ended 30 years ago. So now we're watching the dinosaurs become extinct. And then you've got all this bad news out in the world, and it gets pretty depressing. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Christian music lately just because I need some positivity. I need a different message than what I'm getting. And I think people need to plug into other activities, because I don't think these headlines are going away. I'd hope that they would eventually stop, that we wouldn't see 47-year-olds and 39-year-olds just, and they are hell-bent on saying undisclosed, unknown. Unknown? You mean doctors have no idea? So doctors don't know. Doctors are supposed to be very smart, and, you go in, you get some tests done, so they don't know what it is. I think they do know what may have caused it. Maybe this is a new illness per se, but they might know the cause of it. But they would rather not tell you. So that's my video. It's Monday. It's a new week. Be grateful for the things that you have. Think about more important things in your life. Spend time with your family. I always say these things because I'm just like, what do we have left? I mean, we've got God, we've got family, and maybe we have country. Depends where you live. But a lot of people don't have country anymore like they used to. So it's God and family. So embrace those things. And that's it. See you soon.